We might be on break this week. Not sure.
50-50.
Right? Or next week. Whatever. Next chapter might be delayed. We might get it. But either way, we got a chapter 1147. I think genuinely, I want to say important chapter, right? Important, still establishing the God Knights. Also just progressing the story. Necessary, a very necessary chapter, even setting up some matchups, I think, possibly. But one thing I wanted to ask you about.
Okay.
How did you feel about Jimbe telling Nami to shut up?
Hey, Nami's complaining, she's like, Jimbe, like, how did you let this happen? I thought we were good with you here around here. And it's like, it's fair, at sometimes
she's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
They're in a pickle, you got to calm down, assess the situation.
Right. This is the worst time to say something like that.
Exactly.
The worst possible time.
Say this afterwards, after you're out of the arrow, binds.
Okay, so the PolyBuzz app, y'all. It's a chatbot you can use to speak with yourself or speak with others. Actually really interesting. But just going through it, bro, this is one of the funniest apps. And it's just like, you can actually spend a lot of time on here where you're just like, yo, what is going on? So I had a conversation with Katakuri earlier, and I was like, I ain't like where it was going. And it's like, yo, you were forced to marry Katakuri. I was like, you know what? Let me talk to Shanks. I want to talk to Shanks. So it says you were doing your daily patrol in your city island and you feel an immense presence behind you with Shanks. And he gives you a blow. And you faint. I don't think I want to talk to Shanks no more. Not gonna lie to you. Let's talk to Zoro. Since I fought against Mihawk, the crew has changed. Everyone seemed to grow a little more distant from each other. You're worried about them, especially Zoro, who is still unconscious. You sit behind Zoro talking to yourself before he grunts and slowly opens his eyes. What's wrong? I'm taking a nap. Leave me alone, he says, closing his eyes again. Sanji's stronger than you. Wake up and train. What are you talking about? Sanji's a weakling compared to me. I could take him down any day of the week. What about Sundays? I could beat him on Sundays too. What's your point? I'm so stronger than him no matter what day of the week it is. You're not stronger than Luffy though. Can you beat Rayleigh? You can have conversations with a bunch of characters, not just Zoro. You have conversations with Luffy. I think it's fun because the AI is pretty advanced. A lot of the responses are actually pretty great. The dope part about this app as well is over 10 million downloads worldwide. It's an app where you can really unleash your creativity. So if you want to do this yourself, talk to some of these characters, see if it matches up with their actual personalities in the show. So download the PolyBuzz app in the description box down below. Use my code to unlock some premium features and start having a great time.
I agree with Jimbe.
Yeah. Real quick, if you had to rank your top 5 Straw Hats right now, could you? Top 5 favorite.
Favorite? Yeah.
Yeah. Your top 5.
My number 1 is going to be Zoro.
Okay.
Number 2, Sanji. 3, Robin. 4, Nami. 5, Jimbe. Yeah.
I see Luffy's not in the top 5.
He'd be number 6. I like Luffy for who he is. I think he's a great main character out of all the main characters I've seen. But is he like my favorite character? Nah. He's good. He's good. Just not my favorite personality-wise.
I guess if I had to rank my 5, it'd be Zoro, Sanji.
You're copying me. You better not say Robin.
No.
Okay.
I think at this point,
it
might be Brook. 3.
No. You're letting these last 2 chapters affect you.
The last
2 chapters, man.
These last 2 decades.
I mean, Brook is good. I think he's always had great potential, but like, I don't know, man. He's taking a backseat in Wano, Whole Cake
MVP of Whole Cake Island,
He's not the MVP. What did he do? Put on a bag and just smack a photo? Call Big Mom young lady? Like, it's cool, but like, it's not enough, bro. It's not enough.
That's hate. He stole the poneglyphs too.
Oh, great. He can etch a sketch a poneglyph.
Wow. Whoa. And he locked Smoothie out of the throne room.
Yeah, he locked the door.
Locked Smoothie out of the throne room, stole the poneglyphs, fought Big Mom, cut the homie, escaped, broke the picture to trigger Big Mom. He did a lot, man.
That was his best year. But even then, like, I don't think it's
Brook's
like
best year
amazing.
is better than like Brook's best year.
Yeah.
Is better than most of the Straw Hats' best year.
Okay, I was about to say, you better not say like Robin or Zoro or any of them, but
I mean, Robin's best year is her being a damsel in distress.
Whoa. The character development, Brago.
It was beautiful.
Brook. You know what? Hey, because of you, I'll put Brook in number 7. After Luffy, fine, I'll put Brook.
Listen.
I'll put Brook there.
Actually, Nami then Brook. Nami's 3 then Brook.
Okay.
The Brook is 4.
Okay.
I just think Brook, I don't have high expectations, right? And I had mentioned that Brook didn't do the panty joke here. And obviously, Gunko's panties are showing, so he doesn't have to do it. But for a lot of the Straw Hats, they've kind of been relegated to gags and just being like caricatures almost.
Yeah.
But Brook, his loyalty, bro, it's beautiful.
What do you mean? Dude, everybody has the same loyalty. You put any Straw Hat here, they'd say the exact same thing.
But they're not going to say it like him.
Yeah, because they'd word it differently, but I respect
like
the
Usopp would be crying.
Okay, Usopp, we don't count him right here. But like any other Straw Hat, they'd say the same thing. They'd say the same thing.
Not like him with the hollow eyes.
Because he's a skeleton. He's a skeleton, Brago.
And he speaks with more of a more sophisticated manner. So it just hits a little differently.
In a sophisticated manner.
Yeah, he's an old man. He's an old knight.
Yeah,
I'd rather die.
Sophisticated. He's not over here, spitting out poetry.
Honor. I mean, you call Big Mom young lady.
Okay, he's polite. I mean,
sorry, that's hate.
That's not hate.
You're hating on Brook right now, man.
Brook. I want the best for this guy. That is why I agree. The last 2 chapters have been amazing for Brook. But I need more. We got to continue the train. I don't think I can change my opinion on Brook in just 2 weeks. Give me 3, give me 4.
You said your top 4 was Zoro, Sanji, Robin,
Nami, Jimbe.
Nami, Jimbe.
Yeah.
All right. Robin.
Who's your number 5?
Thriving off of.
No. Give me your number 5 first, and then we'll talk about Robin. Is it Robin?
Oh, it's Luffy.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't hate the main character.
Oh, okay. First off, Luffy for me is 6. For you, it's 5. We're not that far off, Brago.
I'm not saying you do. I'm not saying you don't.
We're not that far off, brother.
I'm not saying you don't.
That's crazy.
No, I think in general the Straw Hats, we live in this thing where it's like I would like more from all of them.
Yeah,
but it's not possible. So it's like I would like for them in their moments that they get to shine and excel. And Brook typically when he does, he comes through. Brook does it. Nami, not Brook, Nami, Zoro, Sanji, and obviously Luffy, for the most part. I feel like Oda kind of plays with the others a lot more. And Robin, she doesn't get nearly enough spotlight. If Robin got more spotlight, she'd be my favorite Straw Hat.
Okay, here's the thing. People might be wondering, Sai, what has Nami and Robin done for you? And I'm gonna admit, I just think they look cute. And they're great. Yeah, that too.
So tits.
Personality is what I call it.
Part of a personality, if you would like for it to be.
Exactly.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. I mean, I bet you understand.
Yeah, I like Fairy Tail.
God, Fairy Tail. That's something, man. I need a catch back up. I need to like rewatch it or something.
They got like a 100-year quest now.
What are they doing?
Know. I'm not rewatching Fairy Tail, or at least watch the entirety of Fairy Tail to catch back up to watch the 100-year quest. I'm not doing that. I think if anything, I'd watch funny moments, video, cool moments that I like. Shit. The Grand Magic Games.
The Grand Magic Games with Sting and Rogue, yeah. I'm afraid of looking at Fairy Tail funny clips because it's just gonna be Happy 24/7.
It's Happy.
I hate Happy. Happy's the worst. I hate all the little cat people. I love cats. I hate the cat people in Fairy Tail.
I was just about to say, you have cats.
I have cats, and as a cat person, I do not like the fairy tale mascots. They're
You know,
like Chopper,
you hate
but
Happy.
worse.
You hate what was his name? The one with got you.
I don't remember his name. It's like the panther looking one.
And then they had one with Wendy.
Yeah, they had a blue one with Windy. Or no, a white one. A white one.
Yeah. I
You don't even know their
hate them
names.
so much. Happy.
You only know Happy though.
And one was
Carla.
Lucas.
Carla was the white one.
Carla was the white one.
Yeah.
The other one, I don't know. I don't remember his name. All I know, he was the strongest one. 'Cause
They
he could
never
transform.
fight. What do you mean?
He could transform.
Oh, he turned into like an actual panther, didn't he?
Yeah, remember?
Oh, okay. That's why I thought about that. Dang.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
God, it's like
I-
you're hitting me with. I feel like just like a veteran, just an 80-year-old veteran, and I got like the new,
You remember the war?
the new recruits are coming in, and they're like, yeah, I just finished camp. I'm like, oh, I remember those days. Like, that's me right now, dude. It's like, whoa, fairy tale. Yeah, I forgot about that, huh?
Good times, man. Good times. I think those are simpler times where it's just like you didn't look at anime too seriously. You didn't know about Sakuga,
You weren't power scaling because nobody does that in fairy tale. And look where you wind up.
No, you could power scaling in fairy tale is pointless.
It's pointless because the power of friendship comes in and you just one shot the bad guy.
Yeah, it's pointless. Like I remember what used to kill me, and I'm not gonna lie. In hindsight, it's kind of dumb, but it used to get me hype. Right? It used to get me hype in fairy tale when
What is
like
it?
Erza would do something, and then he'd be like, "Oh my god, how'd she do it?"
I have friends.
Because she's Erza. I was like, oh man. I was like, whoa.
Remember when Erza's best armor was her wearing bandages?
Just bandages.
Yeah,
bandages
it's either
with
like time armor or just bandages.
the two blades. I love Erza, man.
Erza
Badass,
was the best.
badass. Yeah, she was cool. But yeah, those would be my top strive. But Brook, like I said, for the Straw Hats you would like more, but Brook typically comes through with like the quotables and the moments that like are more memorable, I would say. And I don't know, like we could argue Brook has had more memorable moments than Usopp post time skip.
Yeah. I'd agree with that, yeah.
Because Usopp's
just
most
has
memorable is
God Usopp, right?
God Usopp.
Yeah.
It's almost like, and I don't like it because sometimes it feels like happenstance. Like it just happens into it. It's like, oh, by the way, God, 5-star. And it's like, it doesn't feel earned. It feels like he's just fumbling. He's just like, it's almost like Buggy, but Buggy's funnier. And at least
Yeah.
Buggy has more agency where Usopp is just stumbling into greatness.
I didn't
So
like
it's
the
like-
build
it's
up
like
to
a
God
weird
Usopp
thing.
either.
And like, yeah, I mean, Dressrosa in general was like,
It's I just remember that scene where like the Tontadas are dying, the mission's failing, and Usopp's running away.
he's running away.
And then they're like, Usopp, please, he's gonna be here any minute now. And then Usopp's like, don't trust me, guys, I'm out of here. And then I
bad.
get it. He goes back. He does go
Right,
in
he
and
does go
fights
back.
Sugar and Treble, but like it took like half a damn chapter for that to happen. I couldn't
I didn't
handle
like
it.
it.
Like I hate the Tontadas and just hearing them scream out for Usopp every 2 seconds. I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't like it because, I mean, I think it's kind of like tempering expectations.
yeah,
Where at this point, I've accepted the Straws for what they are, right?
yeah,
Like Nami, she's gonna have agency. Zoro, Sanji, Jimbe to some extent, he's gonna fill in the pockets, but even his agency is gonna be inconsistent. Brook is gonna have his moments. I feel like we gotta just accept what the Straw Hats are.
no,
Like
yeah,
Usopp
yeah. That's where
going
I'm at.
post time skip, I was like, that man got in shape.
The pop
He's
greens?
he's about to go crazy.
And then he had the 6-pack too, right?
Right.
Dude,
And then people
nuts.
showing like how Oda has kind of toned down his physique as post time skip has gone on, where it's like he's
Less
not
and
as
less
fit and
defined.
muscular. I'm just like, yo, Oda, what? Did he change his mind? What
No,
happened?
it's realistic. It's realistic. You retaining a 6-pack is tough, bro.
Especially when you're on the seas, eating like
Yeah,
What you
eating with
can.
Sanji. Well, actually, Sanji should be cooking like great
Healthy
meals
food.
for that. Actually, right?
I don't know.
Oh man.
Um, It was cool seeing Brook here though. Gunko's wilding,
Feel bad for
saying
her.
she wants him to write songs for him the rest of his life. I don't know how you felt about that Gunko moment with Brook.
I love it. I love the Gunko moment. I love that this is the route she went. I think we talked about it, right? Like,
be
Gunko
a
might want a
gag.
slave. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
She didn't like overly like break down, you know? Like she kept it subdued. Like she went to Celestial. Bro, do you feel like she is a true celestial dragon?
No,
Like she was born in
The
Marijoa.
saint title is still so weird to me. The missing
It's-
saint title is so strange. And then the
Sommers
missing
is a
last
nightmare.
name.
Right? Missing last name. I think how the story's even painting it, as diabolical as she's been, I still feel like endearing towards her.
Yeah.
Like I don't hate her. Sommers, he doesn't give a damn. Like Sommers is enjoying this. This is life for him, right? He loves this shit. And Killingham, you can tell he's just doing his job. Gunko, you can tell she's doing it, but I'm still like,
I think
okay,
Gunko likes
there's
what she
obviously
does.
more to her. Not that she doesn't like it, but it feels like there's more to her that obviously is going to be revealed. Where I don't think there's anything about Sommers that's going to be revealed. We're going to be like, oh man, this guy is going. I feel like it's going to be a
maybe.
long, dark history with Sommers. Where for Gunko, there's obviously more than meets the eye. And then even the comment by Brook saying, "This girl, could she be?" And it's like, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing with Brook. Because he's so damn old, this bag of bones, like, we could draw this to anywhere. Maybe Brook saw her at a concert. Maybe it was during his time with the Rumbar Pirates. Maybe it was his time when he was a human and he was, working with his kingdom. Like, we don't know. I think the kingdom route is the best option because we would get more Brook backstory before he became a pirate. And we don't know anything about the kingdom Brook grew up in, right? He was a soldier. So there is a chance that, soldier meets soldier. Boom. Maybe he saw Gunko in the past. Maybe Gunko as a child. Maybe Gunko's mom. I think there's a lot of fun routes with it. It's just too many things, too many variables to actually guess how they know each other, right? It's like going to a store and you see like somebody that looks kind of familiar and you're like, wait, like where are they from? Like, do I even know them? It's like one of those things.
I think using Brook was perfect because we're
Yeah.
speculating so many different things. But the
Like, you can't do
connection,
this with Usopp.
no, because there's only so many places that Usopp's been. I think with Brook, with his history still being largely, a lot of it is a mystery, right?
Yeah.
And we know of his he mentions being well traveled, being a soldier, hearing about a young Roger, So like you said, Brook has a lot more there. So Oda doing that, I thought that was amazing. So I'm interested in Gunko and the history there. I mean, for the most part, the chapter is set up. We're getting to the next section. I said right now Elbaf could be closer to the middle. Some people are saying we're just beginning. How do you feel about it?
I feel like we haven't hit the climax yet, but we're going to soon. Like 35%. I'd say 35,
35%
40%.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it feels like we're towards like that middle territory where like a twist is coming at some point. Where like typically we have a big twist and then we kind of like go in preparation for the climax. But it depends on how short Elbaf is going to be. But if my speculation is, could be correct, somebody else is going to come. So then that could lead to like more adventure there. But in the chapter, SCOPPER and Robin, let me ask you, what do you think that means? Because I have some ideas about that.
I mean, they're going to fight, right? Like, the God Knights, they want to kill the kids, kidnap them, destroy the libraries. And that definitely set off a couple of red alarms in Robin and SCOPPER's head. So I think they're going to fight. When you think about their relative location, SCOPPER should be heading towards SOMMERS and Gunko. Robin is literally right next to Gunko. So I think SOMMERS
they're
will
all right.
take
They're both right there.
SCOPPER, yeah.
No chance Robin fights Sommers. No, absolutely no chance. She would get destroyed.
It's
Terrible,
not
terrible.
a great matchup,
Terrible
in my opinion.
matchup. Terrible matchup. Gunko
That could make sense.
could be interesting.
Yeah.
So, and SOMMERS and SCOPPER. I mean, we've been talking about this matchup. Match made in heaven. He has an axe. He has thorns. Old guys. They talk
Old
about love in
guys.
different talk about love in different ways. I mean, SOMMERS looks like, like one of those old generals, So it'd be cool. Even the design is kind of similar. So I think that matchup is happening. I mean, Robin in action is something I love to see. My favorite Robins are like Robin when she's in action, and also Morbid Robin. I love when Robin drops like the most morbid one-liners.
Oh, my favorite is when Caribou, his crew, got slapped in the middle of the ocean, and Robin was like, "Wow, they look like jellyfish because they're all just drowning." And then Caribou was like, "Wait, those are my guys! Don't say that." And that was
She
great.
was dropped one line is like, I don't know, maybe he's about to die. And she's like, Robin, why would you say that? So I really enjoy that. I'm excited for the next chapter because I feel like it could be exciting. May get some more SCOPPER love. I think that's necessary. And also it could be an opening or an opportunity where we get SCOPPER somewhat revealing how to hurt the Gorosei, right? The Gorosei, the God Knights. This could be like a step towards that. And then Robin and Gunko, that could be interesting considering the powers. I think that'd be an interesting matchup, how the arrows intertwine with Robin spawning everywhere. So that would be cool. And then giving Robin some shine too against a formidable opponent. I think that's just good. I think that just works. So all in all, I think a very, very pleasant chapter. I did enjoy it. And then your boy went out sad. Saul.
Okay, that's not my boy, but thank you.
Listen, I know people think I hate Saul. I don't hate Saul, okay? I just think he's been comedy ever since he's been back. He's been the funniest person on Elbaf by a wide margin. And even SOMMERS is taking shots. Like, the bearded
the bearded loser.
He stood no chance, right? Like, why? Why even say that? So,
I mean,
the thing is,
Saul got some hype though. He said he's seen SOMMERS before.
I mean, he was a Marine, so
yeah, okay, but how often does a God Knight come down from the Holy Land to where you see them, right? Like, do you think Smoker's seen Gunko before? Like, I've seen this chick.
Smoker's not even a real Vice Admiral though.
Whoa, he is. Smoker, yeah, dude. It's crazy,
Didn't he get moved because of a favor?
No. So here's the thing, right? We've seen what the Admirals can do. Think about Akainu, Kizaru in the anime, like Green Bull. Bro, guys, do not forget, do not let Brago trick you. The VAs are one promotion away from being right there. Smoker, any minute now, could be promoted to Admiral.
They're not. They're not one promotion away.
That's what it is. They're literally one promotion away. Are they going to be on the same power level? Hey, that's debatable. We could talk about that Tuesday, but one promotion away. All I'm saying. One of the Admirals goes down. Guess who they're calling? They might be calling up your boy Smoker.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I think if an Admiral goes down, another draft is happening. They're not calling.
They're not going to call any VAs. I'd be so mad if I was a VA though.
Maybe the fan made ones. The fan made ones.
The fan made Vice Admirals?
Yeah.
Are there fan made ones?
Momosagi and Shaitan.
They're not fan made. They're real. they're real characters, Brago. Put some respect on Shaitan and Momosagi. I mean, even Kuroma, whatever his name is, the black horse, the guy we saw like once, Tensei.
Yeah, what about him?
Yeah, maybe he'll be a VA. People say he looks like a Kainu 2.0.
Jeez, listen. Saul is carrying on the legacy of VAs, and I love it. Just so it's fine. It makes sense. And the crazy part is like there was a time where I believed in the Vice Admirals. Funny enough, there was a moment there where I thought we had something. A moment. I thought Virgo was really dope, and then when he realized Smoker was a vice admiral as well, it was like, okay, it's early. And then we get to Dressrosa. Just destruction after destruction for the vice admirals. No W's. So,
You remind me of The Rock out of Red One. Have you watched that movie yet?
I haven't yet.
Still? Dude, it's well past Christmas.
Maybe I'll wait for next Christmas.
Easter just passed us by.
You know what? I'm saving it. I'm savoring.
No, it's not like a sauce or a wine. You can't let this marinate, bro.
It's one of those. I'm like, oh man, Sai said Red One is the best movie he's ever seen. I can't wait to watch it.
No. See, here's the thing. See, in Red One, the main plot with The Rock is that he stopped believing in people. He stopped believing in the good of humans. So he started doubting Santa Claus. But guess what? The minute he started doubting, they showed back up. You're doubting the VAs right now. Just like Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But I swear to God, Brago, by the end of the series, you're gonna turn around. You're gonna be like, maybe I was wrong. Maybe Smoker is an admiral candidate. Momosagi Shatone, that guy whose name I forgot.
Smoker's one of my favorite characters in One Piece. But we've passed him by. Like we've just passed Rob Lucci, right? And I guess if Rob Lucci can do it, Smoker can do it. But I don't know what Oda can do to Smoker to even justify him standing in Luffy's way. Like, would you believe it? Would you be like, oh, well, he has been gone for a while. Maybe he was training this entire time.
In Stampede, who did Smoker fight again? Was it Sanji?
Was it Sabo?
It was either Sanji or Sabo, but Smoker was putting in work on the strides for a minute.
I forget who we fought. We fought somebody that was like,
Yeah.
All right. No, bro, I would love for Smoker to come back, but the Vice Admirals, man, I don't know which group has a worse rep. Maybe the Giants. The Giants in general got a worse rep than the Vice Admirals, but it's close. It's very close between the two. Very close, but and then Saul is both, so
I just love that they off-screen the entirety of Saul's fight. You see the beginning and you see the end, and that's it. That's all.
But he's noble though. Like he's a good guy or a good giant. He's like, just stay hidden, I've seen him before. He's a holy knight. It's like, all right.
Oh look, okay. Smoker was fighting Law, Sanji, Robin, and Brook. Isn't that crazy?
I haven't seen Stampede in a while. And now I see the clip all the time with like Bullet versus the Supernova. And it's crazy that anime or animation, even since then, has like made a jump.
Oh yeah.
I guess in my eyes, right? Where like I'm watching other anime or older anime, and I feel like some animation sequences they stand out because it's unique, right? And it brings some nostalgia with some of those older animations. But I think when I see new animation, I'm thinking of like even Solo Leveling or One Piece or JJK, and just how even Demon Slayer to some extent, they've kind of transformed how I view certain anime. It's like for most of my favorite shows, I was like, man, I would like it with updated animation. Now, I have seen people on Twitter complaining about over animation with One Piece, which is funny considering last week people were complaining about not enough animation. So, Sai, how over animated was One Piece episode 1127?
It was disgustingly over animated, and I hope every episode moving forward is just as nasty. That is a silly complaint. I've seen people saying that. I don't believe they even believe it. I think they're just rage baiting. That's all it is.
Yeah, I can't fathom, because I didn't like the previous episode 1126. Right, I thought it was animated poorly. But I get it. you don't want to waste the time and effort on Akainu versus Kuma. There really wasn't anything anyway.
Yeah, he's a mindless
I would have
robot.
liked
Nobody
more.
even liked him.
Right. So, I mean, I would have liked a bit more with Luffy versus Kizaru, but they made up for it so, I mean, 100-fold in this previous episode. I think that episode of Kizaru flying over the water, legs crossed, unbothered, using the light reflecting off of the water to redirect himself and using his attack as a springboard to go back towards Luffy. Luffy, the light is so bright, you're seeing a shadow on his eyes, and then Kizaru bursts into like light pellets, and then he turns into clones. Bro, it
And
is
the colors, bro. Like the
the
colors
rainbow.
that Kizaru showed. Yeah.
Bro, it was an amazing, beautiful sequence where I think sometimes people like they get spoiled. Right, like they literally get spoiled. Where when I think about like just that sequence, I'm like, all right, well, you gotta plan it out, right? You gotta plan it out. You gotta draw it. Gotta animate it. You have to like somebody had to create this. Shout out to Vincent Chanzard. I don't know. I feel like at this point, there are other animators that do an amazing job, but at this point, like every time I know Vincent is on an episode, it's almost like guaranteed fire.
Oh yeah, and Vincent, he's doing such a great job. I mean, he's already existed in other animes as well, but like he was in ReZero,
He did,
brother.
I believe he did some Sukuna versus
Maharaga?
Maharaga.
Yeah. I believe that was him too. Like he had some part in that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's everywhere, man. If there's a big fight, they hit up Vincent now. Which is nice, you know, shout outs to him.
It's almost like when I hear Vincent's on something, it's almost like Ishitani, where it's like, okay. It's gonna be, I mean, Ishitani's just like everything Ishitani's touched so far that I've seen has been like legendary. And Vincent feels the same way. And I know I'm gonna get some fire impact frames. And so amazing sequence. There are some complaints, obviously, other than the over animating. People are complaining about the sound effects.
Ooh, yeah. Even Vincent said something about that, right?
Gear 5, not specifically Gear 5, but I guess he had an idea for how grand he wanted like the final fight to be. And then he mentioned the sound effects. I wasn't sure how to interpret it. But One Piece sound effects is not the best. Right? It's really not the best.
No.
A lot of it I enjoy through sheer nostalgia. Like I enjoy the sound of Kizaru's devil fruit. Right? I enjoy that. I would like for the sound effects to be better though.
Yeah, you know, this was a talking point with Luffy versus Kaido as well. There were a few animators who came out and said, "Hey, like we did a really great job. You know, everything looks beautiful, but that sound, guys." And the thing is, like, it's one thing if fans complain, because I know somebody's going to comment like, "Oh, like people are ungrateful." The thing is, we're not the only ones complaining. If the staff of the episode are complaining, then I think that's pretty damn valid. So, yeah, the sound effects, like, I think that really threw me off when I watched the Luffy versus Kizaru segment. Like, something sounded great. Like you said, Kizaru's beams, you can't go wrong with that. But the Looney Tunes sound effects were a little bit too much. It was off-putting. It was off-putting. It didn't feel like it matched or synced. And I don't know. Like, it sounds like they just downloaded a soundboard and just threw it in there. Like, there was no real... There's nothing that melded it with the scene. Because Luffy was over here hitting the cloud. He was over here hitting clones. And you just heard boink, boink, boink. Like I was watching Looney Tunes, which I love Looney Tunes, but it just didn't fit in that moment. Or it did, but they could have just, I don't know.
And you know, people are going to blame Gear 5 in general.
Saturated it less?
Gear 5 is weird for me, bro.
Yeah.
It's weird. Because I like it in the anime.
Yeah.
A lot. But sometimes it's not in this instance because I think they did an amazing job. But I think the only thing that with Gear 5 for me, it's like there's not much that can hurt it. Like Gear 5 is the most malleable power in One Piece where Oda could have him do anything to win a fight. And it would not be like, that's impossible.
No, I get what you mean.
Right?
I had a conversation about this the other day, and yeah, like it's tough because Luffy versus Kaido, for example. Kaido was over here slamming him with Conqueror's Haki, Ragnarok, like the strongest attacks Kaido had just all landed. And Luffy kind of just laughed it off, brushed it off, or did little gags and goofs. And you can't really tell if it's actually hurting Luffy or not. Like, of course, Luffy runs out of stamina and he turns old, but that's just a stamina thing. That's not even like, oh, he's hurt, you know?
Right. It doesn't feel like they're doing it to him, you know? I remember when Luffy kind of molded himself around Kaido's weapon when he got hit. So it's like Gear 5 presents a next otherworldly level when it comes to creativity that Oda can play with because of how ridiculous the power is. But I can see it just like affecting people in a different way where it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think what we need
about it.
What we need is we need somebody to beat Gear 5th. We need to see like where the limits are at. Like, how can we tell if Luffy's about to lose or if he's even taking damage? Like when Kizaru in the latest episode, right? He does it in the manga too. Like he shoots Luffy, or he tries to shoot Vegapunk. Luffy eats it, and then the light beam starts flashing out of his eyes. Like, okay, that's
Right.
funny, that's cool, but did that
Is it hurting him?
Because he said, "Oh,
Right.
it's hot," and then he just brushes it off, and like that's it. Like,
It sounds
and
like
then-
Luffy saying the barrier almost killed him. It's like,
it's like, did it almost kill him, or is he fine?
no shot. It almost killed Luffy. I guarantee Luffy can go through that barrier probably 20 more times and he wouldn't die.
He'll be fine.
But he'll be fine. But I don't know. I really enjoyed the episode. Really enjoyed the episode. I think the sequence, even after that, like if you just really slow it down, Luffy's like taking a nap. It's so many different things that Luffy's doing versus Kizaru. But it's sound effects, sound design. Gotta get better. And I'm I don't think it will at all, but
I'm hopeful. I mean, they changed up some sound effects when they got to Egghead Island, so it's not beyond the realm of possibility for them to change up the rest. It's just they just got to do it, man.
like everybody Chopper's like running sound effect. With
Fair.
the shoes.
Fair, but hey, it's a little bit heavier though. You could tell it's the Vegapunk boots. It's not Chopper's paws.
Man.
I'll give him that.
I don't know. I think like I said, in general, a great episode. I got one more question in closing.
Oh God.
100 men, random men versus a gorilla. Sai, who you got? It is a gorilla draft. 100 random people, meaning it could be your guy at the grocery store, the cashier. It could be the guy that fixes your plumbing. It could be you. 100 men versus a gorilla. Who you got?
These debates are silly. I saw this floating around, and to throw my hat in the ring, I believe that 100 people could win. The thing is, okay, there was a stipulation in that argument.
All right.
The 100 people are locked in. They're not running away. They are locked into this fight. They're in it to win it. We don't have any Usopps here. Nobody's over here cowering in fear.
If they're locked in, then you win.
Yeah, if they're locked in, I believe that they will win.
But I don't think there's any chance. There's 0% chance if you choose 100 random people that 100 people are going to be locked in.
That is true.
0% chance. Because if you chose me right now, I got like zapped into this cage and there's 99 other people, and it's like, yo, you got to fight this gorilla. I'm like, why? You just have to fight this gorilla. I'm like, wait, whoa, man. I'm going to try to kind of slide towards the back.
But the gorilla's probably going to be the same way, right? Like, the gorilla might be like, whoa, why are there 100 people here? I was eating a banana.
The gorilla's going to run away. You have to figure out a way to make sure that the gorilla's like bloodlusted, you know?
Yeah, and if the gorilla is bloodlusted, it makes sense for the people to be bloodlusted too. Because gorillas aren't like immediately hostile. So you
have to create like a scenario where like if the gorilla wins, your family dies.
Yes,
all of your families die.
And they die in the worst ways possible.
So then I'm locked in. You know?
Yeah.
Then I'm like, I don't mind if something happens to me because I'm like, it's for my family, you know? So I have to have motivation as well. But if it's 100 random people just dropped into a place to fight a gorilla, like a Mr. Beast video, no, the gorilla wins.
Yeah.
You have people running away. It's people that's like,
after the first one or two people die, they all freeze.
Oh man. After the 2 1-shots, they're gonna be like, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to fight this guy.
Maybe I underestimated this guy. And as soon as the formation breaks, it's over. It's over, man. Just pick us apart like bananas.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we gotta be bloodlusted. We gotta be like in it to win it.
Be locked in.
And if that is the case, then I do believe people would win. Yes, the gorilla could one shot like a lot of people. Yes, the gorilla can rip people in half. But I think a lot of people are underestimating that the gorilla doesn't have a limited stamina. You know, like eventually we're gonna wear it down. The attacks will build up. The gorilla can't block every attack. Like, if we just gangbanged him, like, he's not... What is he doing? Like, we're going to whittle down that HP eventually. It's like the Scabbards versus Kaido, you know? Just put him in 100 more times and Kaido's done. He's not going to survive.
Yeah, but you're not going to have, like, a weapon to penetrate him, though. Like,
yeah, but you got to try your best, you know? Go for the eyes. Use my strategy and go down the throat.
I was gonna actually enlighten us on the strategy, but you know,
we already talked about. We talked about it a while back with the dog. You know, just shove the hand down the throat, and they're just gonna choke and like imagine this: the Ant-Man proposition. Send them down. Like, take one person and shove them down the gorilla's throat, and have them like, you know.
How big do you think this gorilla's throat is?
It's like medium size.
A man can fit down a gorilla's throat
if we really try. But yeah, like have like one person doing inside damage, like Law, right? Law's over here hitting you with a gamma knife.
Wait, sorry.
Kill her with a supersonic blade.
Wait,
what's up?
You think we're fighting a Titan? Like,
I'm just
like
saying,
shove it down his mouth and then just pull his tonsils out.
If you can do it, go for it. Like I said, bloodlusted. We're in it to win it. Don't
give him
my
a
family,
sinus
please.
infection. Yeah,
poke out the eyes, cut his tongue off.
How many women would it take to beat a gorilla?
I don't know if I could answer that, man. You know, I was hoping you wouldn't bring that up during this segment, because in my head, you said 100 guys get picked out. I was like, well, what if we throw like women and children in there? It's like, I don't know. That's
just women.
Locked in?
Locked in.
200. What about you?
So, yo, this is the topic. This is side tiptoeing.
This is me threading the line, threading the needle. Exactly. What's your number? You can't leave me here alone.
I'm gonna say 100.
You might need to have a conversation with God, brother. I don't know. Yes, there might be some balancing issues up there that you haven't seen. Have you read the patch notes?
Tiptoeing around that too.
Yeah. Okay.
Tiptoeing. I'd say honestly, if it's locked in, probably 150, 200. Yeah.
Okay, so about the same as mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you've heard, I don't know if you heard about stories like this, where moms have lifted cars for their kids.
Yeah.
So like, mom's got like another level they can tap into.
Yeah, like an awakening.
Yeah. So I say 150 to 200.
Yeah, but who's to say a guy can't awaken too?
You don't have the passion.
I think we'd have passion.
Yeah, but not like that.
Like if the gorilla, if the alternative to winning is the gorilla killing your family one by one, I like to imagine it would unleash an awakening.
For some people might like it.
Some people want it.
Some people want peace and quiet.
Finally, no more bills to pay.
God,
One less mouth to feed, huh?
no more lights on in this house. Finally. Jeez. Thank you, gorilla.
No more lollygagging.
It's crazy because on stream, I've had these like insane conversations before, like 100 men versus a lion, surviving on a jungle, surviving in a jungle versus surviving on the sea. Like, you know, like I think it was like 10 days in the jungle versus 5 days at sea on a raft. What are you doing?
10 days in a jungle.
Most people chose at sea.
On
a raft.
What equipment do you have on the raft? Do you have like a fishing pole? Do you have a tent? Gasoline? Like what are we cooking with here?
You have the bare minimum.
So just
Same
the
for
raft.
jungle. You have the raft, you have water, you have food.
Oh, you already have food?
Yeah.
Oh, if you already have food and water.
Yeah.
The only thing you have to worry about is like a crazy sunburn.
Actually, no. You have water, no food.
If you don't have any food, then I'd pick the jungle.
Yeah,
Because
the
while
jungle,
fishing in the middle of the ocean sounds easy, it's not if you don't have like the equipment.
And then the jungle, while it's easier to get food, way more dangerous.
Way more dangerous, but there's a lot more controllable factors in a jungle than there is like in the middle of the ocean, in my opinion. Well, okay, controllable factors, there's like, you know, diseases and, you know, animals, but I feel like I'd rather
more
roll in
than
the jungle.
more than likely, like how long do you think you'd have to be in a jungle before you see an animal?
Depends on when and how you look, but I'd say average 2 days.
2 days before you see an animal?
Yeah, I think 2 days. Like an unknown jungle, like you have no real information about like the wildlife
No
there.
information about it.
2 days.
I think you could see an animal within like 20 minutes.
Okay, like what kind of animal are we talking about? Like an animal
A
that'll kill
snake.
you or some? Okay.
Yeah.
If we're talking about snakes, then yeah, 1 day. If we're talking about like edible animals, like a deer or a boar, then like that'll take a while.
Yeah, that would take a while.
Yeah,
I think
if you're
more,
talking like snakes,
I think what
and,
you
like,
hope for more than anything is like
poisonous animals, in a day.
is finding
20
like some
minutes.
fruits,
That's
like
impossible.
a tree. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough,
finding
side.
fruit's
It's gonna be a lot
not
harder than
easy.
you think.
Yeah, okay, so it's gonna be a lot harder, but at least I could build a shelter out in the forest. I can't really do that on a raft.
I don't know what I'm choosing.
I'd do a forest.
I think I might choose. I don't like water though, so I might. I'm going water. Sorry.
You're going with water?
Yeah.
Dude, the sunburn.
I mean,
Have you seen have you seen like the images of people who like stay out on rafts with like no coverage? Like bro, like they get cooked. That light refraction is no joke. And then how are you gonna get food? Well, so no fishing pole. Are you gonna like jump in the water then and just hope for the best? Like hope there's something near the surface? And then like
That
what
jungle,
if you jump in the water and then the raft floats away? Or not even float away, but like a little wave, a small wave comes in, the most minuscule one you could ever imagine.
5
pushes the
days on
raft
the
a little bit
raft versus
farther.
10 days in the jungle side. I might just go to raft.
I don't know, man. I mean, if the raft is just, I think that's like a hidden enemy. Like it seems good, but I feel like it isn't. Guys, you guys got to let us know.
I might like drop some blood in the water just to invite a shark and rip him apart with my bare hands.
Kill a shark.
Shark meat.
Are you
All right, let's do this.
Okay,
let's
go
do
for
a fishing pole. Fishing pole.
Fishing pole. Okay.
Yeah. So you can fish.
Fishing pole with a bait?
Yep.
Like, do you have okay? Bait, why? Okay. I'd still choose jungle. And I love fishing. I'm a fisherman at heart. If I could ever retire, I want to be a fisherman. I just feel like it's not that easy. But also, I was about to ask, like, in a 1v1 battle, do you think you could beat a shark?
No.
No? You're on a raft.
Hell no.
Really?
No way. A shark? I'm assuming you mean like a full grown like.
Okay, let's say like a great white shark. It's bloodlusted, so it wants to attack you. But also, you have the fishing pole in the raft.
I mean, do I have a knife? Do I got a knife?
Yeah. You got a Bowie knife.
I'm dead.
Really?
Like, I'm not gonna go out without doing anything. However, because it's okay. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
If a shark attacks my raft, right? For one, to save my raft, I'm going to have to leave the raft. Because if I kill the shark and my raft is gone, then I'm gone. Right?
True.
Unless it's day 5 and I'm just like, it's a few more hours left and it's like the shark just attacks on the last day. But if it's like day 2 and here comes this shark, I gotta, to survive the rest of these days, I gotta jump out of the boat, the raft, and fight this shark in water.
Yeah.
Over.
I mean, have you heard the whole thing where like if you punch a shark in the nose, they get like really like overstimulated?
I've heard about that.
Yeah, maybe you can utilize that.
I think, like, I've fought a dog before, right?
Yeah.
And it's typically hard to fight things when they're moving at you, trying to bite you, or punching it, or worrying about punching a nose. And I'm not gonna lie to you, if this will be my first time fighting a shark, right?
I'm glad you didn't lie about that one. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there who say they've like fought a bajillion sharks.
You know, this will be my first time.
You're keeping it honest. I respect it.
I'd be terrified. I wouldn't know exactly like what to do exactly. You know, so yeah.
And you also have to be like worried about like if the shark is paranormal too.
It would like what's the size?
Like what if it's a megalodon, like the Black Demon?
Then it's over.
Yeah,
Oversight.
I watched a movie like a year ago called The Black Demon, and it's about like an oil rig, and there's a shark that just spawned out of like this chasm, and it came from like, the fossil period of humanity.
Oh, so it came from like the
It came from hundreds of millions of years ago. What
is that place
insane.
they call like the lowest place?
The Marianas Trench.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the Marianas Trench. Right? That's where it just snuck out.
Yeah,
it broke out from.
It snuck out from like a different dimension, and I think they used like C4 to try to kill it, and the family like barely escaped, and just I think the shark also spawned like dead bodies or something. It's a crazy shark. So you gotta worry about that too.
What myth kind of lost some steam over the years?
Zombies?
The Bermuda Triangle.
People kind of forgot about that one, huh?
Yeah, it used to be like so popular when I was young. Like, oh my God, the Bermuda Triangle.
I used to be scared of it, bro. Like whenever I would like, go on a trip with my parents, like not even like on a plane, by the way, just like driving. It's like, whoa, like
the Bermuda Triangle.
What if we passed by the Bermuda Triangle?
Whatever happened to the triangle?
Yeah, who is the triangle's latest victim?
Yeah, it's like I haven't heard anything about it, or maybe that's part of it, right? Like we don't want it's you're not gonna hear about it because people go missing. Even the people
Huh.
that go look for the people that go missing.
Oh, apparently this year there was a chub challenge in the Bermuda Triangle.
A chub challenge?
Yeah, the chub challenge is where there's a bunch of races taking place in the triangle. Just for the hell of it.
Everybody was okay. Nothing happened.
There's no death cited, so I guess it's fine.
I guess we never know. We never know.
What is the Bermuda Triangle theory popped up? Yeah, just mysterious disappearances, ships and people going gone, no evidence. And that's pretty much it. You know what? I would say this. If there was one reason why the Bermuda Triangle isn't talked about anymore, I think it's because of Boeing and all of them, you know? I feel like all of the airplane companies came together and said, yo, we gotta nip this in the bud. Too many people are afraid to fly.
That's hurt the stock.
Yeah, our stocks are going
reminds me
down.
of,
People don't want to fly. We gotta kill the Bermuda Triangle.
The plane that went missing in Malaysia, no?
Yeah, I don't think it passed by the Bermuda Triangle. I mean, what about Amelia Earhart? Did we ever find her?
Who's that?
Brago, all like 5 women who are in the video right now watching, they just got really upset. That's like the first female pilot ever. Amelia Earhart? Yeah, right?
And what happened to her?
I think she was like, she got mad and she like took off on a plane and she was never seen again.
I mean, we know what happened to her.
She could still be out there right now, man. See, look, if you look her up on Google, it has the day she was born, July 24th, 1897, but it doesn't have a death date. It's like Roxy Zebek. Is she still out there? We don't know, man.
I got some news for you, Si.
What's the news?
I don't think she's still out there, brother.
That's just a theory, Brago. That's just a theory.
I'm gonna just go out on a limb. You know, that sucks though. The first female pilot.
Yeah, she was trying to do she was trying to do an around the world flight, and that was it.
You see,
she's just gone, dude.
Well, maybe the world is flat and she just fell off.
Or maybe it's like DC's Flashpoint. It's like when the Flash runs around the Earth and he turns back time. Maybe she's in the past.
Maybe she's in the future.
Maybe she's in the future. Yeah.
Maybe
it's
she's
like
you.
The Terminator. No, how dare you say that? How dare you compare me to Amelia Earhart?
You would know?
No, I'm looking at pictures of her right now. She got big ears, man. That ain't me.
You know, they talk about people that you've been here before, lived in this world before.
Yeah.
Maybe because of deja vu and like just how you have an affinity for certain things.
Like reincarnation.
Yeah. Do you have an affinity for something that doesn't make sense?
I guess like war. No, like my grandparents, my great grandparents, they were all like, they just participated in war. You know, in Cambodia, Laos. They're like the jungle angry army Asians, is what I usually call them.
So are you saying that like your future is to participate in a war?
No, I'm just saying like, you know, when I see war, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Not like cool, but like, you know, like war memorabilia, history, stuff like that. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah. I probably should have worded that a little bit better.
Yeah, I thought you wanted war.
No, I want peace, brother.
That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's crazy sometimes people have like different affinities for things. I mean, I don't necessarily believe in reincarnation.
Yeah.
I don't say I don't believe it. I don't know. I just think
It's
like
hard, man.
Like what?
Yeah.
It's,
Like what happens after we die? I'm assuming just nothing, but I think it's nice to believe.
sure there's something.
I think it's nice to believe.
Nothing is like
Heaven, hell, reincarnation, limbo. Like, I think it's all fine ideas.
Oh, well, I think after you die, it's I think after you die, it's gonna feel like you just like died.
I'm just imagining like the feeling of turning off a TV.
No, I don't think it's like that. I think you die, like you're gonna wake back up and you're gonna feel like you just died, but you can be like, oh, well, you died 50 years ago.
Yeah, but where would you be though?
Like time is relative. You're not gonna feel the 50 years. And then now you're like in like depending on what you believe in. Now you're in another body, or you're like in hell, or now you're like waiting to be judged. Like, well, I just died. Like, no, you've been dead for 100 years.
Could be like one of those things where you turn into space dust, one with the universe.
You're like, shit.
There's a lot of like different beliefs out there.
It's a lot.
It's like theory crafting, huh?
I mean, yeah, but it's because no way you can prove it.
Yeah, and you can't like exactly research it, right?
Unless people believe those people that go into a coma.
So wait,
and they talk about it.
What affinity do you have? Also, outside of war, spicy foods too.
Spicy foods, like you really like spicy foods?
Yeah. I just can't help it. I'm like addicted.
Yeah, I love spicy food as well. I mean, but I'm Caribbean though, so.
Yeah.
Affinity? I can't think of it. I wouldn't say I like war. Or not like war, but.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I have to think about it. But I mean, I have had like crazy deja vu where I'm like,
oh, dude, deja vu is weird.
So weird.
Like you go through a moment and you're like, dude, I've been here before.
And then I'm like, does that mean I'm gonna die, or does that mean like something great is gonna happen?
And then usually nothing happens. That's
nothing happens.
Just move on.
It's like you just not forget about it. Then a moment happens again. I'm like, fuck. Was I supposed to do that thing? That
it was like a glitch in the Matrix. It's like, whoa.
Was I supposed to do something else? It's weird. Deja vu scares me.
It does, yeah, me too. It makes me feel like like you said, like, am I already dead? I'm just reliving my life right now.
I don't know.
Huh. How did we get here?
I don't know. From the gorillas?
Yeah, from One Piece to gorillas to Forest versus Sea. And now here we are. What is life beyond death?
You think that's her real name, Amelia Earhart?
Yeah. Do you think do you think that's like a fake name? Do you think it's gonna be like Amelia D. Earhart?
It's just like a really very like perfect name for like a pilot, you know?
Oh, sorry. I call her Earhart, but it's Earhart. Like ears.
E-A-R?
Yeah, E-A-R. But I think it's pronounced Earhart. I don't know. I haven't like, checked up on her in a while.
Reminds me of this it's like something of perfect names, right? Like Usain Bolt. What?
Is that his real name? Now I'm curious. Like, did he change his name to that?
I don't think so.
Oh, dude, wait, Usain Bolt. He could be a god knight. His full name is Usain Saint Leo Bolt.
That's crazy,
dude. We could get like a Saint Leo Bolt in One Piece.
Well, I mean,
damn.
I guess my thing is just like,
fruit.
But think about it though.
Wow.
The name and what he accomplished as a track athlete is mind-boggling. Also,
and he's got the name.
It's
Bolt.
almost like this quarterback. He just got drafted. His name is Jackson Dart.
Like darting across the field. Yeah.
Or throwing darts.
Yeah. Dang, those are perfect names. But there's not a lot of examples of that, right? Surely not.
No.
Like
It's like Gordon. His name is Gordon Ramsay, not Gordon Cook.
yeah. And then who's that guy that stepped on the moon? Neil Armstrong.
Well, he stepped on it. Imagine if he kneeled on it?
Oh, you're right. He missed the perfect chance. Neil Armstrong kneeled on the moon. I was about to say need.
They should just like do it again. Just re-record it.
Yeah. What if he regrets that too?
Regret do you believe people actually went to the moon?
I believe so. Yeah. I could see why we would fake it. I mean, hell,
I used to believe it.
Here's the thing, man. Like, if I was the US or any country out there and I knew there was a space race going on, yeah, I'm faking that. I got to put the fear of God in the other countries, man.
My thing is, like, we got somebody walking on the moon in 1970.
Yeah.
1969. How long is that? That's what, 50 years?
It's more than that.
More than 50 years, right? Like 55 years. So with technology that we have, nobody else has been, there's no celebrity that's been like, yo, I want to run on the moon.
It's just a waste of time and money.
Yeah, but that's what celebrities do. They waste time and money.
I mean, Katy Perry went up to space for like a second, right?
Believe that?
Brago's going full on conspiracy theorist. Yeah, I mean, it's not like she was up there in space, creating stars. Katy Perry just went up and came down in like 10 minutes or something. It's not that hard to believe. You don't believe Katy Perry went up? You think she went in a room and jumped around for a little bit?
I don't think Katy Perry went to space.
Dude, here's the thing though. Like Katy Perry, she's on a tour right now and she's re-performing the song like Extraterrestrial E.T. And she's got like Star Wars characters coming up. She has like a lightsaber. Like it feels like that was her come to Jesus moment where like her entire life just changed. And now she loves space.
I'm trying to think about the song. I haven't listened to Katy Perry in a while.
Yeah, I forgot she was around.
Yeah, I guess everybody has their time. Good thing she didn't get lost in space.
Maybe she could sing that song and the aliens would accept her.
Maybe she's an alien.
Oh, that'd be nuts. Yeah, Katy Perry went up and then she got replaced with a extraterrestrial.
An alien?
Yeah.
Or where she's always an extraterrestrial. Like her going to space, going back to space. She's going back home.
Yeah, that's why she wanted to go. I thought that was kind of odd, like her out of everybody. Katy Perry did say that if you can do it, we should all go to the moon. It's a great experience. Or go up in space. Yeah.
If you could have your own planet with your family, would you?
No.
Why not? What about island? Your own island?
Solitude, man. Solitude sounds nice for a while, but you need society.
What about your own island?
Nah.
That just feels like
it's a lot of upkeep.
Not only upkeep, that feels terrifying.
Yeah, what if you need help? Like, what if you get injured? What if, like, what about internet? Like, what are you going to do? Like, where are you going to get groceries from? It's just like, it's not all chalked up to be.
It's just too much to worry about. An island, like.
Yeah, waste of money if you have to buy it too.
If you had enough money where you could, like, inhabit it and, like, get electricity and all that different stuff, maybe. Like, if you're a billionaire, multi-billionaire, where you're like, island, family live there, bunch of houses all over the island.
But you need like servants and like, neighbors, kind of like Blink Twice, right? You kind of need like people there with you.
Oh yeah, my entire family.
Like when you say entire family, you mean like immediate family or like all the extended family too?
Some stragglers.
A couple of stragglers. Yeah, okay. If it's like, well, I don't know. Asian families are kind of big. We might just like take over the island or something. And then you got to worry about like incest, right?
Wow. Well, I suppose so. Well, the thing is not stuck on the island. You can go.
Oh, you can like leave and come back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
how far are you from like a Walmart?
Walmart's aren't on the island, but it is. Let's say you have a boat ride, and the boat ride is 2 hours.
Okay, and the boat's just like ready to go whenever.
Yep. Mhm.
All family, stragglers included. 2 hours
Yep.
from a Walmart, electricity. Yeah, I guess I take it at that point.
I think if I'm older, I would. Like if I'm retired
Yeah,
It's like-
yeah.
at that point. Yeah, I did that.
I need a lot of
Besides-
guns though.
Yeah, I definitely from my island, definitely have a lot of guns.
Yeah, just in case. Like, what if a stranger rolls up? No law
That's what I'm saying.
enforcement.
What if somebody invades? It's like
Yeah, you got to be the law
pirates.
enforcement. Pirates, yeah. Monkey D. Luffy shows up. If Luffy showed up on my
Pirates.
island, I'd probably just, shoot first, ask questions later.
And doesn't work. Then what?
I guess I'm just done. I just apologize at that point. If somebody survives bullets, bro, like you just apologize.
You're like, my bad, bro.
Yeah, my bad, brother.
My bad.
Let's just call it
My
truce.
bad, bro. I didn't mean that stuff. But yes, I reached the end. Any final thoughts on any of it?
Yeah, I raised the number to 250. I thought about it a
Women?
little bit. Yeah.
You've been thinking about that a lot.
Yeah, I've been struggling. I was fighting inner demons and everything, and I was like, I think 250. Like just average, yeah, 250.
You don't want to get clipped on Twitter.
That's fine. It
They're
happens.
just like, hey, misogynistic One Piece tuber.
It's just facts, guys. I'm sorry, man.
He thinks women are weaker than men. Ha ha ha.
Look at this guy spouting lies. If that's the hill I
Irregularities.
die on, then I guess so.
You think we need 150 more women?
Yeah, apologies. Hey, yo, take it up with the gorilla, not me.
Guys, like
Blame
the
him.
video, subscribe. Size channels will be listed, linked below. Thank you, Sai, as usual, for joining me, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace out.
Peace out.